Yeshua therefore said to them, "Truly, truly, I say to you, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Adam and drink his blood, you possess no life in yourselves." I'm sure this sounded really strange to the audience. Okay? Now remember, this is a Jewish audience, and he's telling them that to some degree that they don't know what their history is and they don't really understand what happened in their history, and he's trying to put things in a whole different perspective for them. And now he's sounding very strangely paganistic, cannibalistic. You got to drink my blood. We don't drink blood. Well, of course not. Yeshua's not saying you should literally do that, obviously, but he's trying to get through their paradigms and give them this whole metaphor to shift everything in their head. Something else happened when they got to Sinai. There was the bread that came out of heaven, because what came out of heaven? Yahweh gave them the commandments, the Torah. And that's what's linked to life. And we're going to see how that links together. The words that I speak to you are spirit and are life. You see, this can get into that sort of ethereal spirit thing Christianity likes to get into if they don't listen to the rest of the verse. And some of you may have heard it taught that way in some time. But he's saying the Spirit gives life. Oh, that's the Spirit, the third part of the Trinity. No, there is no third part of the Trinity. There is no Trinity. And he's not talking about that. He tells you exactly what he's talking about if you just listen a little longer. The Ruach is teaching you not, in most cases, not direct downloads, not spontaneous knowledge. It's connecting what you have. So if you're not liking what you're getting because there's limitations in your connections, you haven't put enough in. Go get more and put it in there. You're not studying your book enough. Most of what Yeshua talks about and those other people in the New Testament talk about is referring back to the stuff that's in the Torah portions and what the prophets said. So if you haven't read the prophets and haven't read the Torah portions on enough of a regular basis, you can't connect these dots together. It won't make any sense. If the Father is drawing them, they will be seeking and searching for someone to give them some answers. And then if they come across you, hopefully you're trained and ready. Now this is where we need to get eventually. And say, Master, to whom shall we go? You possess the words of everlasting life. The words of everlasting life. The words. Okay, so, the words of everlasting life means you have things that you say that if we understand them and do them, lead to everlasting life. It's not like the words are an incantation and magic, like if you say these words, ta-da, you'll live forever. He's saying you have the understanding and the knowledge, and it's in your words. You share that in your words, and you explain and you teach, and you give us this information that leads to everlasting life. This idea about this rivers of living water, and he's connecting it up to say that this was concerning the Ruach, or the Spirit. And so, and it says, which was not yet given. Okay? Now, where we end up with this may completely take you by surprise, but it's going to be a fun ride. But it's not referring to Acts chapter 2. And we'll see that when we look at the verses that talk about the rivers of living water. Okay? I'm going to give you a hint. This is talking about when he returns. This is talking about a whole different thing. So yes, Moses is speaking actually about Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and every one of the prophets. Because when they spoke and they didn't listen, it was required of them. He's actually even speaking of Joshua, who was also given the opportunity to be in that position to lead them and speak the words from Yahweh. But ultimately, there was a fulfillment of the one called the prophet, or that Hebraically that Israel has understood they were looking for one known as the prophet like unto Moses. And so they were speculating here that Yeshua was this man. If the guys out there on the internet and on YouTube and everywhere else are telling you something's going to happen and it doesn't happen, they're done. Which is why when I talk to them, I say, please stop doing that. You have too much talent and value to the body to be dismissing yourself with this foolishness. Again, that last verse connects up that the fountain of living waters has to do with the word of Yahweh. They're looking for the water, but they're looking for the word. This is just the way that you put things so they connect the dots. The water and the Word are connected together over and over again. Just like the Spirit, the water and the Word are now connected together. Because Yeshua said, my words are spirit. And he's saying, out of me is going to flow rivers of living water. The Word is going to go forth from Zion and the Word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. And it's connected. It's all the same thing. What did Moses say? I lay before you life and death. Choose life. What's life? The Word, the Torah, the instructions that teach you how to love your Creator and how to love each other. I mean, it is the two great commandments, to love Him and to love each other, but it's the rest of it that explains how to do it. Okay? So when you talk to your Christian friends and say, oh, well, we only have to do these two things. You're right. That's all you have to do. But ask them how. This is something that's going to be an ongoing thing all the way till Revelation. Till the new Jerusalem and the new earth. Right? The new heavens and new earth and all that stuff has passed away. Because then it says, then we will all go and drink of those rivers of living water.